This debugging mode can be really useful when you're learning how to go through a program in MATLAB step by step. So let me show you an example of that with a script that looks very simple at first. Let me define a vector that at first is just the single number 1. And then let me say, well, the length of that vector is less than 6. Vector equals vector plus 1. And then at the end, let me display what the vector is, what the finished vector is. Let me save this as just my script. And let me run it. So I get this really strange looking vector, but what I want to convince you is that if you just go through the function or go through the script step by step, then it makes perfect sense that this is what comes out. So let's do that, and let's do that by starting the debugging mode. So I put this little red circle here, I save it, let me run it again, my script. So let me shrink this a little bit, or just move it over here. So I'm about to start with this line. So far nothing has been evaluated yet. So the vector v, it just got initialized to be the single number 1. Now it's going to ask, while the length of v, so v has length 1, so this part is going to be true, this expression is going to be true, so it'll go inside the while loop. So now it's about to say, replace the old value of v, replace that with old value of v, followed by old value of v plus 1. So in this case, v is 1. So this part is going to be 1 plus 1, which is 2. So v is about to become 1 comma 2. So right now v is 1. Now I'm going to step forward. Now v is 1, 2, just like I said. Now I've come to the end of the while loop. Now it'll go back to the beginning of the while loop. And length is 2. So that's still less than 6. So it's going to do this line again. So now v is going to get replaced by 1, 2, followed by 1, 2 plus 1. So it's going to be 1, 2, 2, 3. Yep, so there we can see it. Now it's 1, 2, 2, 3. Now the length is 4, so it's still, this expression is still true. So we're going to do this line 3 again. So now v is going to get replaced by this vector, followed by this vector plus 1. So let's look at it. So we started with this 1, 2, 2, 3, and then each of those numbers plus 1. So the 1 here became this 2, the 2 here became this 3, this 2 became this 3 became this 4. And now it's going to ask, is the length less than 6? No, it's not. Now the length is 8. So it goes down to this line. And then the vector v got displayed, and the script finished.